Hello YouTube, Fungal Warrior 88 is back, continuing my top 10 worst comic book films of all time. Now let's continue with the worst comic book film, number 7, that I was talking about, Batman Forever. Okay, the number 2 problem I have with it, Val Kilmer as Batman. Now, it was a bad casting choice, really. He did a poorly job. Well, people usually say that um, people think he's better Batman than Michael Keaton. Well, I like a couple actors who play Batman real well, and those people are Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, and Adam West. But Val Kilmer, what the heck? He could have picked someone else. Okay. For me, it didn't feel right at all. Oh, and the reason I have Batman Forever at number 7 and not higher is because the special effects were really awesome. So I'll give it that. Okay, moving on to number 6. Number 6. Coming in at number 6. We have Elektra. Well, I saw this on TV. I watched half of it and it sucked. Couldn't watch the other half of it because it sucked real bad. I couldn't even explain why it was so bad. It's just bad. Okay? Instead of making a sequel to Daredevil, they had to make this piece of crap. Why couldn't they just make a sequel to Daredevil? That would be so much better. Okay, for me, it didn't make such a positive, it didn't have no character development whatsoever. The special effects were lame, and I really don't like the villain. I hate this movie. Fuck this movie. Okay, moving on to the top 5. Number 5, Superman Returns. Really, I hate the Man of Steel with all my heart, but I decided to give him another shot, and guess what? He failed. Failed. Why couldn't Christopher Reeve reprise his role? Oh yeah, that's right, because he's dead. He died in 2004. May you rest in peace, Christopher Reeve. You are a good Superman. Now, I have a lot of problems with this crap. Okay, number 1, Brandon Routh as Superman. Well, eventually I already explained why Christopher Reeve couldn't be Superman in this movie. Number 2, not enough action. Number 3, special effects, lame. Number 4, Bryan Singer left X-Men 3 to do this. And that's just most likely it, you know? Okay. Moving on to number 4. Number 4 has got to be Hancock. Now, this is a film that's not based off a comic book whatsoever. It sucked. The characters are lame. No villains. And this movie really sucked. I mean, literally. Why couldn't they just made a comic book for Hancock, then adapted into a movie? I mean, why? Why do you have to do this? I mean, The Incredibles isn't based off a comic book, and I liked it, but maybe after the movie was released, they made some comic books, so I don't have a problem with that. Okay, enough talking about Hancock. Let's move on to number 3. What's number 3, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. It's the Hulk. No, I don't mean the 2008 Incredible Hulk movie. No, that movie was pretty awesome. I'm talking about the 2003 version with Eric Bana. Okay, there's no actual villains. They're just made up villains. And the Hulk, he looks retarded. I mean, I just saw a YouTube video saying that he looks like Shrek. What the fuck? And here's the problem I have. I have a lot of problems, but I only have one problem, and that is Bruce Banner dreaming that he was shaving, and he sees Hulk. The Hulk smashes through the mirror and says, chokes on, strangles Bruce Banner from the mirror, and he said, purely human. Wow. If I had known better, I would watch. I would watch. What are some. Okay. I would rather watch Transformers 2 than this crap. Okay. Moving on to number 2. Number 2. Oh my gosh. Do you really want me to put a picture up for this one? And I know I'm really going to get a lot of hate mail for me saying that it's number 2 and not number 1. Okay, but number 2 has got to be Batman and Robin. I mean, seriously. Really, Joel Schumacher? You would mess up one of my number 2 favorite superheroes like that. You know, you could have made this movie a little bit more darker, but no, you had to do it more like the kiddie version. And guess what? Everyone hated it. I have so many problems with this film. Number 1, bat nipples on the bat suits. What the heck? The one-liners are just stupid, lame, and retarded. And I'm going to name the villains that you screwed up in this movie. Mr. Freeze. He's like, instead of creating Mr. Freeze more seriously, you made him real goofy. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't really fit the role at all. This is how you made him. Everybody chill, chill, get down. Everybody chill, chill, ice frozen. Cool party. Stay cool. Really? Did you really have to screw up the Batman villains? I mean, Batman is a character who is supposed to be taken seriously, and his villains too, and all the other supporting characters. Okay, another character you screwed up. Bane. Bane's a really smart villain. Ma'am, really look like Ang Lee's Hulk there. Let me show you what he looks like. Like I said, he's like Ainley's Hulk. He, you could have made him, you could have developed him more. I mean, why would you do that? Another character you screwed up. Poison Ivy. How the fuck did you do this? What she does. Now, she doesn't have any powers, but what she does in the film, she blows a kiss to make everybody fall in love with her. No, it's not even funny. I mean, seriously, they could have developed the characters more, including Batman. George Clooney was a horrible pick for Batman. And number one, and the other thing I want to mention is Batgirl. She has red hair and Commissioner Gordon's daughter. She is not Alfred Niece. Like, what the hell? I mean, why would you screw this up? How? Okay. Two more things I want to point out, and then we go on to number one. Okay. Two more things I want to point out. Batman and Robin make public appearances. What were you thinking? What the flying toaster were you thinking? I mean, seriously. This is just stupid. Batman is a character who never makes public appearances. Ever. Neither does Robin or Batgirl. Well, probably Bruce Wayne, but that's a different story. Last thing I want to point out is you will find out at the beginning of part 3